need to have a feel. And it's getting caught on everything from the looks of it. Started bleeding a little bit on and off. There's a lot of extra fat deposits actually within the skin there.
Before Jaclyn starts fully investigating the worrying lump, she wants to find out if it might be linked to lifestyle.
He likes Chinese food, Kentucky chicken, don't you?
Feeding our pets, just like feeding any family member, is a love language. The downside to that is when you're a cockatoo, that love can sometimes be very problematic and potentially even life-threatening.
And Jaclyn can see more disturbing evidence that's immediately ringing alarm bells.
Where we're currently petting under the wings and down the back is all a no-go zone. So unfortunately what we're seeing right now, the reason she loves it so much is that it's a little bit more than just friends is the signal we're getting. So, yeah. From the shoulders above is okay. This is platonic, we're mates, we've just met. But, hello Wally. If we start stroking down the back or under the wings, all those very intimate locations, that says, hello, how are you? Let's make babies together. The reason I think that this lump has developed to the size that it has is a high-fat diet and being in very active reproductive state. And when their reproductive system is on really high alert, all of those things can basically make her more likely to deposit fat.
But Jaclyn fears Wally's ugly lump could actually be far more complex than simply fat deposits.
If we've got loops of gut trapped inside this lump and it's actually a hernia, every time Wally takes a step, there's a risk that the muscles could tighten around that. If she has gut with no blood supply, and if we end up with bits of her intestines dying off, that is absolutely life-threatening.
Hello, Mummy.
Yeah.
Let you go.
All right. Say thanks, Mum. Thanks, Mum.
At Melbourne's Bird and Exotic Animal Clinic, Jaclyn is alarmed at the massive lump on Wally the cockatoo's rear end and needs to do urgent x-rays.
At this stage, I think surgery is what she's going to need. The question is, what's hiding inside that lump? So hopefully we'll be able to see if we've got any obvious kind of loops of bowel tracking out in our lumps, because we don't want to try and cut through here to remove that lump and take out anything we shouldn't at the same time. But because of where the leg is positioned and just the angle, we can't tell just from looking at this if that's a hernia or not.
The x-ray has confirmed that surgery to remove the lump is going to be extremely delicate. For owner Pam at home, it's going to be a long and nervous wait.
I'm apprehensive. I mean, look, he's just such a part of our family. I lost my husband August last year, and that was his bird. You know, I think I'd be quite a mess for a while if something happens to him today.
Wally, if nothing else, you're going to smell like a new woman with this lump gone, my darling.
To reduce bleeding, Jaclyn is using heat from an electric current to make the first incision around the lump.
Doesn't smell great, but it works. It's kind of our first bit done. So once I'm through that area, I put the electrocautery down. I'm getting out instruments that are a little bit more delicate because I need to be able to carefully work my way through the tissue. Now that we've got most of this detached, all going well, this bit will hopefully just peel off nicely for us, which is fantastic. Oh, look at that. Fabulous. Whoop. Oh, gross. It's literally the size of my fist. Oh, wow. Well, that is good because there's a nice big crater here and all of that body wall and muscle layer is beautifully intact, which is exactly what we wanted. And that is going to give Wally the best possible chance of recovery. All right, last stitch going in. So now we've finished our surgery. We have to work pretty quickly. I'm really happy with that.
But suddenly, there's a problem.
Heart's very faint. Right, cool. It's probably positional, but let's roll her. Gloves off. So we've just got a little bit of a low heart rate after our anaesthesia.
In Melbourne, Jaclyn is racing against the clock to save Cockatoo Wally after her heart dropped dangerously low at the end of surgery.
Of course, we've decided to drop our heart rate and things. Just as we're turning off the anaesthetic gas, Wally goes from being perfectly stable for her whole procedure to suddenly dropping and slowing her heart rate.
All right, she just got a heart rate.
Yep, cool. I go into emergency management mode. How can we stabilise Wally? What can we do to make sure her blood pressure's okay? And just as soon as the thought has come to me, Sam's telling me it's okay and Wally stabilises again, so I can continue breathing at my normal rate.
She's okay. Good.
Oh, birds. I knew just how to give you that little kick of stress and adrenaline.
Take it out.
Yeah, cough, 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 my lady. All right. Where's your head gone, Wally? You are a Wally Wally. Come back here, please. All right, one sleepy, sleepy bird. Hi, Wally. Oh.
No.
Eat that?
No. No.
No, thank you. Excuse me, madam. Cockatoos are extremely cheeky, and coming out of an anaesthetic is no different. The moment Wally opens her eyes, the first thing she does is turn and chomp on Sam's stethoscope. Excuse me. Please, now choose violence. Once Wally's woken up, she's still a little sleepy, and it's going to take a little bit of time for her to breathe off the last of the anaesthetic meds. Come on. To make sure that Wally is recovering as we expect, we move her from being in our hands into a recovery box. Oh. That way we can watch how she's standing, make sure that her wound is okay and stable, and we can keep talking to her and keeping an eye on her as she starts to come back around. You're a little bit sleepy, but still want scritches. I'm so excited to call Pam and let her know that everything's gone well in the surgery, Wally's awake, and back to her happy self. Hello, Wally. Wally's going to stay with us tonight at the clinic so that tomorrow morning I can have tea and crumpets with her, get her medication in there, and then get Mum to come and pick her up so they can go home and recover together. Good girl. Oh, gross. It's literally the size of my fist.
2 weeks after Jaclyn removed a fatty lump from Wally's leg, the cheeky cockatoo has recovered well and is enjoying her new mobility.
Hello, Wally. Morning, Wall. You up now?
Test results for the lump were all clear, and Wally is now back enjoying tea with her loving owner Pam.
Lucky Wally.
And sneaking the occasional chip.
If you guys loved that video, great. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel below. That way.